Oh, there's an echo, right? Oh, you know what? I know what to do. I was on the wrong stream. All right, you guys should be able to hear me now. Can you hear me now? You guys should be able to hear me now. I was on the wrong side. I had two streams going. Oh, man. Me and this stream. Can you guys hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. All right, cool. So welcome to the chat, 7 people. What I wanted to say is that this camera is going to be really bad because I have 2 cameras running. This is my computer screen, the one you're seeing me on. And then this one is the screen, the camera that's kind of good, but you're going to be watching what I'm doing. And what I was trying to say is this stream is not really about me. It's about you guys today. So if you're at home, for example, or wherever you are, it doesn't matter. You could chime in by clicking on the link and you guys get to chat about what you are building. I should have probably posted it a lot earlier to give you a heads up, but I know there are a lot of guys out there who are building crazy things, man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's this guy in Europe right now, and he's building that Kingsong suspension for his wheel, and that was very impressive. He's a real engineer, so he's making real stuff happen. It's very impressive. Very impressive. Wow. And then you have Clark Pads, you know, he's cool. Then you have a lot of other people like him. Obviously, he's not the first, but the point is there's a lot of stuff that people are building to make the community enjoyable and better. And it's funny because a lot of it is coming from need. You know what I mean? Like stuff we need. But anyway, it's about you guys. So chime in if you are building something or you've built something great and you want to share it. This is the time to do it. You know, Ustride. I know I don't show my my subscriber count, but I'm like at 4,500 or 4,900, 970, something like that. I don't really like to show my subscriber count because I want to keep my mind sane. I know when you're on YouTube, it's strange because you don't want to focus on that stuff, but every time you log in, it's right there. And it's like, I don't want to focus on that. I just want to focus on how I started when I started with the V5F. Because when I started with the V5F, it was just, I didn't even know what YouTube was used for, to be honest. But later on, things just started picking up because I couldn't be everywhere. So I wanted to share everything to be part of the community. So I'm doing it that way. So if you guys have something that you want to share with the rest of us that you're building, or something you found that's amazing that someone else built, click on the link and I will share. I will allow you to do whatever you need to do. But I'm going to be talking a little less. I'm going to be working on this thing right here. Let me see some of your chats. Okay, Mr. Brendan Williams. He said to shout him out. So Brendan Williams, man. Yeah, so he's the only writer in West Brunswick, UK. What's up, Brendan? And he said the Jamaicas call him the one-wheel man. All right, so shout out to Brendan Williams. Brendan Williams, if you want to call in, if you want to chat, you know, click on the link and share your story since you're the only one. I remember when I first started in Boston, I wasn't the only one, but I'm the only one that I remember seeing. You know, no matter where I went, I was the only one. But after a while, I saw more and more people. Good day, mates. And Brendan, honestly, you might not be the only one. If you think about it, you might not be the only one because there are other people out there who probably do ride. It's just that it's not a huge quantity of us. So, you know, we're not like skateboards, dude. We're not like bicycles. You know what I mean? One time you see us, one time you don't. We're so quick. We're in and out. You know what I mean? So half the time when someone's riding around, they probably don't even know what they just saw. No sound. Yeah, I think we fixed that. All right, cool. Let me see. Sup, bro? Hope you're well. Yes, sir. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Hope you're well as well. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So that's it. This is not gonna be a fancy live, guys. It's really not. I was gonna work on this, and there's something else I'm gonna work on over there. So this is just a stream that's going on, and it's open to anyone who wants to call in, chime in, and share whatever they want to share. You know. So it is what it is. I have nothing to give you guys today. You're just gonna be watching what I'm doing. Micah, what's up? That's my brother. Oh no, the camera is over here, so no one's seeing you. What's that? That's funny shirt.
It's for everything that's going on. Are you?
No, it's alive. You know, it's not planned, so I don't care. I'm working on something. There's a lot of board here.
Yeah, I was looking for one.
There's one right here, and you could even cut it with like.
Which one?
What about this board?
No, I need for a bookshelf.
No. So basically, what I'm building is, if you guys noticed, like a few months back, I created like an attachment for my wheel, and I put for the camera for the 360, and I put this on the side, and it gave it a very different perspective. But then I saw what Chooch was doing when he had his camera on the chin of his helmet, so I kind of like that idea. In fact, I wouldn't mind combining both. But the thing is, I hate riding with my cameraman. I hate holding that pole because you can't really do what you want to do. You know what I mean? I know to you guys it looks kind of cool, but riding with that stick does limit you a lot. So what I'm trying to do is take this 360. Okay, maybe I'll use this camera because it's better. Take this 360, take some epoxy, and just fit it to here, right on the side of the chin of the helmet. And I could unscrew it if I want, because I just went to Micro Center to buy this small piece, and let's just see what comes of it. But yeah, I think it's gonna look great. So yeah, guys, chime in. There's really gonna be, you're just gonna hear me talking and doing this. Okay, so if you guys have something you want to share, click on that link and share with everybody, because I like where EUC is going, and not just EUC, just what other people are building. I like it. So has anyone seen, let me see. Let's see, this person saying, like your channel being writing for about a month in NYC. Love it. Have an 18XL, getting the S20. Ooh. Now, have you guys seen the video of Electric Dreams testing out it was a teaser of the KS20? That thing looked pretty good off-roading, guys. It looked really, really, okay, you don't have to be quiet. That S20 looks really good. Really good. Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree that S20, as a matter of fact, maybe we could play it since no one's chiming in. Let me see if I could play it. I'm probably gonna get I hope I don't get a strike for playing his video, but let me see. Electric Dreams. That was a very good video. The way it rode on those rocks, and it wasn't off-roading. This was a real off-roading. This wasn't like something you would ride with an MSX or something like that. This was brutal, very brutal. Electric Dreams. Man, how's he getting all these wheels? How's Electric Dreams getting these wheels? This is crazy. Huh. Well, wait, he works for, does he work for King Song? I think he does. Yeah, he works for King Song because I saw him inside the facility. So he had to have been working for King Song. How do you get that type of access? Once again, guys, this is just a chill live, okay? Don't expect much from it. All right, let's see. So yeah, what are you guys building? What are you guys building out there? Is anybody building anything cool? Or has anybody built anything cool? You know what? This is not a bad show. I'll probably create another show like this, but I'll prepare it like I usually prepare it. And I'll probably try to get not every inventor, but like kind of like, let me see. Download just to see what's going on in the real world of EUC, like innovation and stuff. We might as well watch the whole video. Might as well watch the whole video. Hope my internet doesn't act up. I'm telling you, I really like the Commander. I really like the Commander.
Along with the likes of the veteran Sherman, who have surely secured their place in the EUC Hall of Fame, it seems like the Extreme Bull Commander is out here to take its place. Will it? Well, let's find out. The Sherman is a great wheel, and for every hobbyist, most everyone already has one. But if you don't, well, expect a long wait because there's production issues and it's almost out of stock everywhere. That's why they made the Abrams using the 21700 cell batteries. As someone who owned the veteran Sherman, besides the range, the roll cage, and the speed, which was never before seen, it really didn't have anything else special. The roll cage was industrious, but did its job, and allowed for customizations.
So bad.
You don't have that roll cage on the Commander. However, the Commander is a wheel that offers more performance and more range. The fastest speed on the Sherman ever recorded was 83 kilometers an hour, which is 52 miles per hour. Most people will be riding around 60 to 70, just because physics just aren't on your side when you're going that fast.
I don't agree with him when he said that.
The Commander lets you pick out the best wheel that fits your needs, whether you want torque or speed.
When he said physics is not on your side, riding at 60 miles an hour, I disagree. You see, these are all subjective stuff, man. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that.
If
We're
you're
just
one of those
chilling, dude.
users that
I have
really
nothing to
care
say.
about pedal clearance,
I'm building something. You
you're
guys
gonna
are
like
watching.
that on the Commander. They're higher off the ground, and even though there were pedal dips at the start, they've since fixed that with the latest firmware, similar to Sherman's early days. If you enjoy a seated riding experience and you like to explore on those long rides, well, I managed to cover 168 kilometers on this wheel, which is incredible, and a lot of it was seated just because of how comfortable it was to sit down. Both these wheels are terrible off-road, to be honest. They're too bulky, there's too much weight, and however, the trails around me are quite aggressive. There's massive boulders. I do understand that North American trails seems to be a little bit flatter and a bit more cared after, which these wheels might do a little bit better. But because these wheels are heavy, they drop down into every single pothole when you off-road. When you go off-road with a wheel like the 18XL for example, it tends to float above it more, whereas on the Sherman or the Commander, it'll dip down into every single pothole. But really, if you're off-roading, I'd just take the S20.
Oh, where is it? Oh no! The internet acted up at the wrong time. Oh no! Why? What? Don't you just hate that? What the freak, man? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna remove it. We're gonna share it again, but this time I'm gonna go to the part where the S20 is. How about that? I'm not connected to Ethernet. I'm in the basement, so this is why it's acting up. Where's the S20? Man, it's funny. Like when he got to this point right here, on my eye was, I know he's reviewing the Commander, but my eye was looking at that S20 like, oh man, look at that thing. And he did that on purpose, obviously, to tease us. Tease worked. The tease definitely worked. Hey, where's the S20? Where's the S20? Man, epoxy smells so bad. Oh my gosh. Where's the S20? Come on. I know it was oh, there it is. It was a short clip. That's why. All right, let's go. Let's go. Check it out.
Every single pothole. But really, if you're off-roading, I'd just take the S20.
Oh my god. This is disappointing. And this is why I liked OBS, because OBS, you don't have this issue. But I think it's just my internet connection, to be honest. That was horrible. Hold on. Window. Okay. Electric dreams. Mother. See, in the day, everything's everywhere. My mother. All right, so let's go to mother. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a. Come on. Okay, let's see, where was it? There it is.
With the commander, it'll dip down into every single pothole. But really, if you're off-roading, I'd just take the S20.
Wow, looks so good. That thing looks good. Let me look at that again. Looks. You know what? I'm gonna slow it down. Oh shoot, my epoxy is probably gonna dry, dude. Let me do my stuff here. Let me slow it down to like 0.5.
But really, if you're off-roading, I'd just take the S20.
What? That's crazy. What? Let me slow it down a little more. Slow it down to like 0.25.
Single hall. It'll dip down into every single hole. But really, if you're off-roading, I just take
Wow. Yeah. Nice. That was awesome. Anyway, back to my work. What do you guys think of that? That was awesome, right? That was impressive. That was impressive. That was really impressive. The Sherman is the better wheel as it has a better chance to crash hands down. Well, the Sherman, oh man, my epoxy is sticking. The Sherman and the, ooh, gosh, that stinks. The Sherman is a different wheel, man. It's a different wheel, different category. Oh man, I need to mix the epoxy again because it's already sticking. This is great. It takes about 6 minutes to dry, 4 to 6 hours to cure. So let me just mix some more epoxy. All right. Just make some more here. Maybe I should play some music. It's very quiet. I usually play music when I'm working on stuff, but no one's calling in. Come on, guys. Somebody call in to share your thoughts on EUC World, how you feel about S20, how do you feel about Commander? Just talk, you know, or whatever. Epoxy. Epoxy. All right, so let me see. That's gonna fit. I just bought this helmet and I'm already messing it up. Oh man, I feel like if you get something new, if you don't mess it up, then it's not yours. You know, if you don't crash it, it's not yours. If you don't damage it, it's not yours. That's how I look at it. I don't know, but the helmet is brand new, and I'm already destroying it. Well, I'm improving it. I'm not destroying it. But epoxy stinks. Oh my gosh. Whew. The way it stinks can't be good for you. It's disgusting. Yeah, so I like the S20. It seems to be performing exactly, well, I don't know. It's big, but it seems to handle really well. He's a small dude, so I don't know. I want to see a big guy on it, like someone a little bigger. But I like how it went over those boulders, those rocks. Definitely wouldn't be able to do that with an MSX or the Commander or the Sherman for who. See, the Clarence, see, the thing is, let me see. Brandon Williams. You see, the Sherman is a different wheel altogether, okay? You can't compare the Sherman to the S20. I mean, you can for comparative purposes, but the Sherman number one is going to fail where the Commander is for example, the clearance of the Sherman is pretty low, okay? There's no suspension. There are rails because you're saying it has a better chance to crash, but what's the point of, you don't want to crash your wheel, dude. Hopefully you're not crashing your wheel more than once, more than twice. You don't want to crash your wheel. The rail serves a purpose for that instance you crash, but your goal is not to crash. You know, the Abrams makes sense because it has the rail and it's designed for off-roading. I have my mask on because this thing smells epoxy. Whew, man. Oh. So I like what I see so far with the S20 and the Commander. I like what I see for the Commander, to be honest. I think it was Flyboy. Flyboy, let's play his video. I like the Commander, but it doesn't come with a seat. You know, Flyboy, he went to the Marty Blake 90-mile ride or something, the group ride or something like that. And he had the Commander, and he put the Sherman seat on it. Looks great. So let me... Oh, Brian Zoom. What's that? What's GB? Gigabyte? Gigabyte. Let me see where Flyboy is. Flyboy had a great video. Hold on. Oh man, my who's getting up? Flyboy. Flyboy UC. Yeah. So the Flyboy, he demonstrated that you can actually fit the Sherman seat onto the Commander, which is refreshing.
I'm not sure what day of the tour this is.
I gotta put it back in normal mode. Come on, man. Okay. Now let's share stop. Share audio. Share window. This is Flyboy, okay? This is in California with I'm sure you guys, some of you already saw this, but we're gonna watch it anyway.
I'm not sure what day of the tour this is of Marty's, but it's my first day. We're doing the 90-mile mountain ride. Seems like all of us, but a couple are going to be doing it. And I get to enjoy this ride on the Commander. I'm excited. You can see that the badging has already been coming off. So expect that to not last long. These are big, they're clunky, and the spikes are few, far between, and very smooth. So practically not usable at all. I'm going to ride it and give you some reviews as we go. Heading up to Highway 39, going to cut through the mountains and start our ascent. Commander's doing fine. I hate this tire. I do not like this tire at all. The plug pad's in the wrong position, so next time we stop, I'm going to adjust those real quick. But so far, it's a pretty nice wheel. I like how solid it feels. So
I don't have a clamp.
Of the Commander, and I assume every other wheel that has this type of thing. The LED, I can't read the LED screen at all. The gray backing of the panel is just so bright, and the red is so dim. I can't read it at all. I can see my battery though, which is good. Entering the gorge, Highway 39. Beautiful scenery here. So riding seated on the Commander is actually pretty comfortable. It's higher than at least the MSX, which isn't hard to do. The seat is really far back, and I am sitting on the Sherman seat, by the way. It's pretty far back, but I'm used to that with the MSX.
See, he's using the Sherman seat on the Commander.
You're going to sit on a stock.
What the frick, dude? This is coming
At least on the Sherman seat. This is not stock. So we just passed the 2,000-foot elevation mark. We've gone roughly 15 miles. Commander's doing great. I'm at 98 volts after 15 miles. It's a solid wheel. Very stable. Just passed 3,000 feet. We are 18 miles in the ride. I think our max elevation is going to be like 6,900 feet, something like that. This is the first sign of fall in California. Starting to get in beautiful areas of this ride. Oh, love it.
Wow, congratulations, Pedro. That's awesome. Pedro just got his first wheel.
Just past 5,000 feet. We are at 25.
Yeah, Brian, we got to do these, man.
It's getting colder.
Have a.
But the wheel is getting hot.
I'm trying to be consistent, but life is getting in the way all the time.
Like 61 degrees Celsius. Absolutely beautiful.
So, Brian, will you be creating seats for the Commander?
Coming up. Nice big mountain. I can't recognize anything. Maybe there's Catalina over there. Just finished up our first long break at 25 miles. According to EUC World, I looked at the GPS. Now we're on a closed road, heading to Highway 2.
Yeah, man, that's how it works. It's hard to
Just made it to
be
Highway
consistent.
2.
if you have children and family, young children.
Let's see, we're at 32 miles. Been riding for 2.5 hours almost. Commander's doing great. Finally got
I don't have a clamp, so I have to hold down this epoxy.
in a comfortable position. Last time I saw this view, it was at the Ryan high-speed, quote-unquote, underground race. Of course, it was a very different day that day. We've just been enjoying our lunch. Everyone's eating over there. Just enjoying this view. Gonna be taking off soon, hopefully. Next stop is the tunnels, which are just over there. Let's see, I think I've done like 30, 35 miles, 33 miles with the Commander, and I'm liking it. Other than the tire, I feel like it's a very stable wheel. There's no pedal dip at all on turns.
No pedal dip.
It's a very solid wheel, and it's the high torque version, so it's got the torque. The plastic also feels very solid. Very solid wheel. It does run hot, like most new wheels do. This is sharp right here. Overall, it's a pretty nice wheel.
I like it. I like it. After his review, I like it. 90 miles ride. Wow. That's what I'm talking about.
Reaching the tunnel. Tunnels are awesome. This is supposedly the highest point of the ride, 7,000 feet. I still haven't dropped below 60% battery on this thing. Let's see how far we've gone. 40 miles. 40 miles and I haven't dropped below 60%. See Mount Wilson over there. Antennas. A lot closer to it now than we were when we started, which was 5 hours ago. We've gone 50 miles. We are 57
Epoxy.
miles
Oh!
on the ride. Almost 58 miles. My personal
So that's the
record
holder
on
for my
wheel
camera.
is
360.
62 miles. I'm about to break that record in the next couple minutes here. So we're at the Mount Wilson turnoff. If you go this way, it's 80 miles. And you get to go down the Mount Wilson trail. If you continue this way, it's going to be 90 miles.
Oh, my back.
Batteries. See who's not going to be making the 90-mile ride.
I know who's not going to be making the 90-mile ride.
Sitting at
1800 watt-hour MSP.
60 miles according to EUC World. Let me see what we're doing according to GPS. 55.8 miles on the GPS, 33 remaining. Typical over-exaggeration from EUC World. You can see LA, downtown LA barely. Alright, so we're roughly 66 miles, 64 miles in. I'm at 48% battery on the Commander. Lots of cars coming up. Made it out of the mountains. That was fun. We were all the way up there for a very long time. So we've gone 70 miles, we've got 20 left, and I am just under 50%.
Oh, gosh.
59.5. Crazy.
I touched the epoxy.
Oh man, this is a pretty tunnel. Pretty tree tunnel. It should be like this for the rest of the ride. Residential one. We are really close to the end. I have no clue where we are in my watch bike. But the Commander out of 5 battery indicators, I'm down 2. Incredible. And we made it back. So EUC World says 95 miles. Let's see what the GPS says. Oh, my voltage is 87.1. We only lost 2 bars of battery out of 5. And GPS says that we traveled
88.5 miles.
almost 9,000 feet. Pretty
Wow.
impressive.
So how fast was he riding? Now this Relive looks really good. This Relive is very impressive. Very impressive. Check it out. Wow. Can you imagine that? One charge? What? I mean, the Sherman could probably do that too. But just that's crazy. To me, it felt like the relay was never going to end. Just kept going. And look at the incline. So it's not like it was all flat. There's incline too. Holy smokes. That was nuts. Wow, look at that. What? So far, only the commander. Well, I wonder, it'd be nice if he said who made it and who didn't. Like how many people had to recharge and stuff like that. That would have been very cool to know. All right, let's look at some of your other comments here. Yeah, so someone just got their first wheel. That's exciting. He said, I struggled a bit with learning to ride. I kind of give up after 20 minutes. Dude, 20 minutes in the ride game is nothing. Give yourself more time. 20 minutes is nothing. It's like you barely touched the wheel, 20 minutes. That first 20 minutes, it just means that your leg muscles are getting conditioned. So it's okay if you didn't give up. Your body was telling you to take a break. So you're fine. It's the way forward. Thanks, Mr. Zoom Wheels. Yep. I just saw that. Oh, you're not. Oh, okay. So Zoom Wheels will not be making, as far as today, this time, Zoom Wheels will not be making new seats for the Commander. But you can apparently use the Sherman seat for the Commander. For the Commander, exactly. Sherman seat for the Commander. He might make it for the Abrams. I don't know. Let him. He'll be the one to say it if he is. Oh, see, Abrams, we have seat for already. Wow, which is probably a minor adjustment, right, from the Sherman. We'll be on the website next week. Very intense. What's the website? Is it Zoom Wheels? Is the same as the veteran seat but longer? Yeah, I saw that. I saw E-Rides. Yeah, showing the difference on his Instagram. Yeah, keep trying, Mr. Pedro. It feels hard at first, but it'll click eventually. Yeah, your body was just telling you to take a break, man. Nothing crazy. Yeah, he rode over a mountain range. That's insane. Like, that's awesome. So that says a lot about the Commander, to be honest. All right, so my next thing to do while this thing dries, I was supposed to open up my wheel because I crashed it and it kind of like opened up a little bit. So I got to put it back together. That was off-roading when I, haven't ridden in a while and I decided to go for a jump and I landed the wrong way and crashed. I landed the wrong way. Okay. Oh, gosh. I don't like opening wheels, man. It takes forever. Well, it doesn't really take forever. It's just what I don't like doing is taking off this pedal because I have to slam it. I have to hit it. Then I have to possibly readjust my pads. It's just such work. So much work. All right. Well, since no one's calling in, I'm just gonna let me see what else I could find for you guys. There's nothing new. Everything is pretty much past. I think most of us have seen. Oh, I've never seen that one. Let me see. This is only 8 minutes though, but it's okay. We'll watch it. It is E-Rides comparing the Monster, I think. Yeah, Monster with the MSS. Yeah, we'll watch it. Stop.
Oh wow! Stop that!
You said drop dead.
Stop that!
All right, I'm gonna try to see if I can open this up.
My name is Hafiz K, and welcome to erides.com. And today I have a comparison video between, check this out. This is between the Monster Sport and the MSS. These are enhanced wheel, as I call them. I'm going to modify is a dirty word nowadays. They are enhanced wheels. So this started off as a MSP. The MSS, that is right in front of me here. So this is the MSS. Started off as an MSP. The motor has been changed to what the creator. This is from EUC service. Check them out. And so this has certification of 2,300 watt nominal motor. And the battery has been increased from 1845, I believe, 1800 or 1845 to about 2250 watt hour battery. And the main board has also been changed as well to EUC service specific main board. And people will sort of wondering what EUC service is, but you can go to EUC service and ask them. And this over here is the Monster Sport. The Monster Sport, this is actually my personal wheel. Started off as an ordinary 100 volt 1845 watt hour battery, contained Monster, and it has been optimized, should I say, to have 2295 watt hour battery. I believe it's a combination of Panasonic and Samsung. The extra battery has been added to this, I believe, from Samsung. And this also has a different motor, which is an EUC service specific motor, and a different mainboard. So what I'm going to be doing today is very simple. It's a simple acceleration and braking test to find out which will accelerate from the quickest and which one brakes the quickest. Very simple. Drag between the two brothers, the two enhanced wheels. All right, see you guys later. to brake where it says number 5, and then we'll record how long it takes for me to accelerate and bring the electric unicycle to stop. And here they are, the MSS and the Monster Sport. So which one do you think is going to win? Let's find out.
Go. That's good. Go. Oh. Oh wow. Stop that. Stop that. 1, go.
Massive fun.
See, that's the thing about tests like this. They're very subjective. If you look at how he's leaning, sorry, Mr. E-Rides, that wasn't a really good acceleration test right there. So all that stuff is very, very subjective, but it doesn't mean that his subjective approach to this is incorrect. You're just gonna have to get more information from him, like, hey, what's your weight? What's your tire pressure? Did you increase or decrease your pedal angle? A bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? Because that lean wasn't a good lean, man. Come on. And he's a light guy. So very subjective stuff when it comes to people testing their wheels.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. We'll check the time.
Including me, of
All right,
course.
so now let's go to the Monster Sport.
Monster Sport. You ready? Okay. Go. Ooh, good one.
This is gonna be really close.
Yep. Go. Oh.
All right, that was
That was a close one. All right. One more time.
All right, last one.
He's had enough.
Hey. Good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad for a 22-inch wheel, but yeah, I guess we'll find out which one of the two has the biggest acceleration and braking time. But just to mention again, this used to be the biggest wheel diameter before the Monster. Okay, this is still a 22-inch wheel, and it stops as hard. Yeah, we really listen to all the time. I'm gonna time it afterwards. The fastest time was recorded by the MSS of 4 seconds and 11. For comparison, the winner of the last competition between the EX and the EXN recorded high 5-second times. So even the Monster Sport, which the greatest competition, was at least about 1 second, probably close to 1 second quicker than the EXN. And the Monster Sport is a 22-inch. And let me explain to you why that is important. The bigger wheel diameter gives you high-speed stability. Something that only the Monster, at one point before the Monster Pro came out, only the Monster could guarantee you that high-speed stability. And that was but now, the Monster Sport now introduces higher acceleration. And this is why I believe the Monster Sport is probably one of the best all-round wheels available on the market right now. Please let me know in the comments below if there are any 2 electric unicycles that you'd like me to compare the acceleration and braking. And yeah, I'll try to get it done. Until next time, take care. Ride safe. Bye.
Wow. Cool. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, you shouldn't be crashing your wheel, dude. You should not. It's gonna happen, but crashing is inevitable, Brennan. Every now and then it happens. Garrett is our best friend, correct? That's the MSP MSS. MSP MSS. Okay. Both good wheels. Appears so. Well, he has a. Didn't he have a video on MSS? Wrong way. Oh, right here. Bigodi EXN. Okay, so this is the EXN. Oh, this is the one with the bad review. He did have one with an MSS though. I mean, the MSS is something I could dream about because it's not here, and I'm not going to spend a lot of money for a wheel like that. Oh, I think it was this one.
First of all, also huge thanks to EOCservice.com for loaning me this wheel for testing purposes. And if you want to get $100 off the Galway MSS, just be sure to check the description box below. There will be a link to EOC Services Facebook group. And once this group reaches 1,000 members, and it's like just 50 members away, there will be a $100 off Wrong Way coupon unlocked for you guys. Now, also, quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video by any means. I did get the wheel for testing for free, sent by EOCservice.com, and if you want to order this wheel with the discount code, I will receive a kickback from it. So, just to be clear with you guys. Now, I don't want to bore you with the details at first, so let's just get into the tests.
Alright guys, my first time on the MSS, and Daniel from EOC Service specifically asked me to record the first time I'm on this wheel. So yeah, let's see what the video got. I think we need, check it out here. I think we need a bit more than just the bicycle path, because this thing is a motorcycle. Get out on the street. kilometers an hour. Yeah, I think now you get the idea. Oh my god, what is wheels all about?
Grammarly helps you work more efficiently, which makes accomplishing your work goals easier than ever before.
So what is the Galway MSS really? Well, first of all, the shell is the Galway MSP. So you still get the super bright T6 diodes in the front, you get speakers, you get the wider body, the better sealing of the MSP, RGB lighting front and back, a rear tail light, and the huge 19 by 3 inch tire. And if you recall my review video of the MSP, you know that I have been raving about the torque of this machine. There have been several reviews already out on the MSP, but there was one catch. You know, Galway designed the MSP to have more torque but less top speed. So the cutoff was earlier, and the safe top speed was anywhere around 60 kilometers an hour or below. The beep started, in my use case, around like 50 to 55 kilometers an hour. So what did the EUC service change in order to make the MSP even better, creating the MSS Racing Wheel? So first of all, number one, they changed the motor out for a totally different motor. It's not even available at Galway, having around 2,300 watts of nominal power. And they also changed a lot of the internal components like the BMS or power supply and other stuff to make this wheel more efficient, more powerful, and more torquey than the MSP. The Galway MSS originally has a 1,800 watt-hour battery with the 21700 cells, which is already good, and it's already much faster than the Galway MSP. But the wheel I got for testing, and I insisted for this version, is the MSS with a 2,250 watt-hour battery. Yes, you heard that right. 2.25 kilowatt hours in a Gotway MSP body. That's insane. You have to keep in mind that this is just so much more than anything like stock on the market right now. And because these guys know what they're doing, they also equipped the MSS with the Nikola pads, which in my opinion should be stock on every new Gotway electric unicycle. They also equipped it with a laser beeper, and I'll explain to you later what it's all about. So with all these changes, I'm sure you're curious about how this wheel performs. First, I wanted to talk about power and torque. So the power is absolutely insane, as you saw in the first clip shown in this video. And I've ridden the MSP, the MSX 100 volt, like the 18650 version with the smaller batteries, the Nikola 100 volt, the Monster 100 volt recently. And I gotta tell you, this is hands down the most powerful wheel I have ever tested, especially with this big 2.25 kilowatt hour battery. I mean, the beeping in the Monster starts, in my case, it was around 63, 65 kilometers an hour sitting down, so with lower drag. And in this wheel, there's like no beeping at 100%. Even like above 65 kilometers an hour. I mean, the speeds, the power that this thing has is unreal. I mean, this wheel is definitely a unicycle that you can just use on the road. And you saw the acceleration test. This thing is faster in my tests from 0 to 60 kilometers an hour, which is around like 35 miles an hour, than a Dualtron Thunder, then a Wolf Warrior 11 Plus, then the Cyclone e-bike Viper V1 Total Top.
That's why I like to download videos.
Now, this is like a 6 kilowatt e-bike, a Technolife X9, and this isn't even the fastest time I could pull off on this wheel. So not only is it an amazing unicycle, it's basically the fastest thing that you can get for around $2,800. Like fastest PV. Fastest PV. What? And if you are concerned about the torque, don't worry. I was actually using this wheel without any power pads, so just with stock, like shoe sole thickness pads, and I could still get up the 40-degree climb I did on the MSP, so no worries about torque. I was testing this wheel extensively for a long time, as you can see, and changing the direction, like
I'm not gonna keep up this video when it's done. It's just chilling, guys.
In this wheel because it just reacts so quickly. It's so responsive. And I feel it's like a bit lighter to accelerate, decelerate than the Gotway MSP, which is insane. And here are just some clips so you guys see what I'm talking all about. I'm going up the hill, I'm braking, then I'm going backwards, and then I change the direction to go back up again. And this is a like 15 to 20 degree steepness. This is insane. This is exactly how we would fry a 9-bot V10. And this isn't a thing you should do ever on a wheel. Now, I wanted to try it because I tested things to the limit, and it performed flawlessly. Doing a pendulum braking on this wheel is really, really good. It's the best braking wheel, the best accelerating wheel, and you know why? I will buy it. Yes, I actually will, but more on that probably in a future episode. And this performance is so good to this point. I mean, the pedals stay so flat. I've never experienced something like that before. maybe a tiny bit on the MSP, but not as much as on the MSS. You can brake and suddenly you go backwards. It's insane. You can see this on one of the clips in the intro. I was braking super hard and suddenly I go backwards because it just has this insane amount of power and torque. So, okay, enough raving about the torque. But with all the new stuff packed into this wheel and the bigger battery, I'm sure you want to know if this wheel is secure. So in terms of going top speed, yes, it is. Fastest top speed in my case was around 75 kilometers an hour. Maybe I could go even faster, but I feel like this is the edge for me right now, and I don't want to risk a cutoff too much. Now this should be going even at 80 kilometers an hour, but I feel I have to gear up for this a bit more and really prepare for such an event. But going 60, 65, 70 kilometers an hour here is no issue, and you get accustomed to it really quickly. Now, don't try doing above 60 kilometers an hour under 50%. Now, this is the thing you shouldn't do, but it's super safe. There's always a lot of headroom to push this wheel to get higher speeds. Now, the second concern, of course, is like, does it still have a robust shell like the MSP? And I gotta tell you, in comparison to the Nikola, it's the MSP, so it's not such a robust shell. 3 crashes on this wheel. You saw one of them with the rope in my earlier video, and I crashed it another time, and when I was going like 5 kilometers an hour, and there was just suddenly such a hole appeared on the path I was going at, and you can also see the wheel falling down from a 4-meter concrete slope. So, yeah, it's taped up right now, but this is just how it is with these bodies. You should get a fiberglass top for it to just prevent it. The left LED strip doesn't work, but it's exactly the same thing that happened also on my Nikola. So I can just tell you that yes, it is robust as a MSP, and yes, it is safe, even with this huge battery. You know, I've tested it. So another big aspect I wanted to talk about is range and the efficiency of this wheel. Now, I think that with the 1800 watt-hour version of the MSS, it could probably go as far as with the MSP, maybe a bit further because of the lower nominal power in this motor. So this motor should be actually more efficient than the MSP, and I think it's also lighter than the motor in the MSP. But the version you should get is definitely the one with the additional 450 watt-hour pack in the MSS, bringing the total once again to 2.25 kilowatt hours. And I gotta say to you guys, I did the range test. I did around 87 kilometers or 89 via EUC World. It's insane, hands down. With my style of driving, the only vehicle on my channel without any pedal assist and so on that can do a range above 90 kilometers is the Dualtron X with a 60 volt 45 amp hour battery pack. And I was specifically driving driving this thing really slowly and carefully to get this maximum range out of the scooter. Again, the range here is insane, and I think if you have a wheel that is 1600 watt hours, or you have 1 kilowatt hour and you want to get way more range out of it, this is the way. For me, a 100 battery that is 100 watt hours big was just not enough of an upgrade to get a wheel with this size. I just wouldn't get more range. For example, with the Galway Monster I had previously, I did a range that was around 62 kilometers. Now this is a range I could theoretically, but with way lower speeds, get on my Nikola. But with this thing, it have just so much more possibilities. If you want to see a full-on long-range test when driving slowly without any like super fast top speed and sudden acceleration, hit the like button. If we reach 200 likes within 24 hours of publishing this video, I will do such a range test for you. So yeah, the range is stupidly insane and ridiculous and nice. I don't know how they fit this amount of battery inside of this wheel, but they did, and we should all be happy about it. And these are the 21700 cells, so if you want to recharge this wheel quickly, probably 2 to 3 hours is possible with a fast charger. With the standard charger, naturally charges way longer because it's just a bigger battery pack, but the range here is just so much of an upgrade. After driving like 50 kilometers when shooting a couple of the scenes to the intro here, I had still 50% left on the Galway MSS, and it's just such a big change. With the same driving style on my Galway Nikola, I would likely have 5% or maybe 10%. Now this doesn't mean that this wheel doesn't have any drawbacks. For example, the laser edition is just something I did not see in the back. Maybe some of you guys would see it, but for me it wasn't too visible. I don't have too good eyes too, so maybe that was the reason. Maybe it was too bright, but there wasn't any use for the laser in my case. Now, another thing is the balance of this wheel, and I think that the 1800 watt hour version of the MSS or the MSP will be more stable because the weight is just distributed differently. I had to get used to the balance a lot longer in this wheel because it's just different. And when braking especially hard, I've noticed that if I lean more on my right foot, I would get less wobble. So this is a thing that you have to get used to. And I wanted to mention it just to be clear with you guys. The weight is naturally also much bigger, but that is also because of the battery. So if you want to carry this wheel a lot, this is 28 kilograms. I found it to be like manageable because you still have to get the handle of the MSP, but yeah, it's as heavy basically as the 100 volt Monster. It's not as stable as the 100 volt Monster 2 because it's just a smaller diameter wheel, but just because of the power and the headroom, I found myself using the Street as much as on the Galway Monster because it's stable too, not as much, but it has more reserves of power, which is really nice. The pads are also placed differently, and this could be good and bad for me. I found it to be really nice because I felt really at home coming from the Nikola because the foot plates are not only bigger, but they're also flatter, so they don't hug you as much to the wheel. Now I think you can also get this wheel with the standard MSP foot plates, which are at a very steep angle. I think this is actually better for going off-road and higher speeds, but these pedals are extremely comfortable in this setup. I could actually probably equip this wheel also with the standard MSX side pads, and it still would be really comfortable for me because now this wheel doesn't feel as wide as it did when it had these steep foot plates. So this is another thing to know. It's just super comfortable. I did the range test 90 kilometers and it's super comfortable. I did like 50 kilometers one evening and I just don't feel the strain on this wheel. Another thing with the foot plates is that they just don't fit as well as the MSX or MSP footplates which hit here, which is a bummer, but yeah, I still would get these plates because I just find them so much more comfortable than the regular MSP footplates, and feel like the magnets are probably strong enough, but it still takes some force to get them up.
Look, it doesn't have to be like this. You don't have to live in fear.
Oh yeah, and the trolley handle is still in a very annoying spot. Once again, the pedals stay super flat, but this is not a Galway that is not prone to pedal dipping. It's not as extreme as on the Galway Monster, which just dips massively when you go off-road or when you make a really long turn. But as you can see in the video now, when I do a long turn, the pedals dip too, and then it takes a while for them to just get back up. It's way better off-road, and they stay flat for a longer time. It's definitely better for off-road. And I'm actually not sure which tire the
So, obviously battery is a thing, right? Better battery for our wheels. So I've been looking up some videos on solid state battery technology and pretty much where it is right now. Let's take a look.
Back in 1991, Sony introduced us all to the first commercial lithium-ion battery, and they used it to provide power for one of their newfangled camcorders. Technology caught on rather well, as I'm sure you know.
Hold on.
And nowadays, lithium-ion batteries are in just about every conceivable electronic device, from calculators to electric vehicles, and they've even become niche in very large grid-scale energy storage. But according to most industry commentators, lithium-ion batteries are not the final answer to the energy storage question. Next generation batteries will need to find a way of improving energy density, reducing charging time, and lengthening battery life, while also eliminating the slightly inconvenient potential hazard of spontaneous combustion that existing lithium-ion batteries can suffer from. The answer to that conundrum, according to most industry experts, will be solid-state batteries. But it's a technology that's not generally expected to come to market until the latter part of this decade at the very earliest. At least that was the accepted wisdom until recently. Now, though, a large and very well-established Japanese battery and supercapacitor maker called Murata has announced it'll begin mass-producing a market-ready all-solid-state battery by the autumn of 2021. So have they really stolen the march on the competition, or will this be yet another empty battery promise? Hello, and welcome to Just Have a Think. There's an awful lot of industry and media excitement around solid-state batteries.
was cool. Electric vehicles. All right, so I'm gonna play my music. Have my fun. All right, let me look at some of your comments and then call it a day. What's up from Portland? What's up? What's up? No, I wasn't talking. Just don't think they're at the level to push enough current to power 2800 plus watt motor at 40 miles. No, I mean, this is just chilling, guys. I'm not really doing anything. I wanted to paint this orange, Lamborghini orange, but it's gonna take a whole day, man. I gotta take this whole thing apart. It's just gonna take a long time. But what I came here to do, I ended up doing, so I'm happy about that. I added my little holder here. No sound. Ow. Test, test, test. There should be sound. I muted myself earlier, guys. Can you hear me now? I muted myself, and I guess you guys weren't hearing anything. Wow. Let me see. Yeah, you can hear me, right? I muted myself earlier. It's not that there was no sound. I just muted myself. But I guess the audio, the video had no sound. Is that what's up? Can you hear me, Henson? You should be able to. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought. All right. Well, no, this is not. This is just chilling. Like the top description says, I'm just chilling. I'm not doing anything. Just chilling. I came here to do this. It's done. I was hoping I could do 2 other things, but these 2 other things are taking forever. Are going to take. One, I want to change this color. I want to change this color from black to orange, Lamborghini orange. But I don't want to do a bad job. I want to like take it away completely, like take all the parts, take it all apart, and then paint it properly. You know what I mean? But that's gonna take like a full day. That's gonna take a whole day to do, man. It's gonna look good though. I like orange, but it's not the whole thing. I'm gonna leave some parts black. Yeah. But let's see how this works. Let me see how this works. Oh shoot. Let me. This thing has the ability to go live, so let me see. I'm gonna have to get rid of one of my cameras. I think I'll get rid of this one.